Aloha everyone, welcome to week 8 of this 10-week Power Yoga series. Whether this is the first time that you're tuning in or this is your 8th Power Yoga class already, welcome. And for today's class, we're going to be focusing on strengthening the shoulders as well as the core. We'll get a little bit of the legs as well to really strengthen the entire body, but it'll mostly be focusing on the upper half of the body. You won't need anything other than your yoga mat and maybe some water for the side. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment after class, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your feedback and your input is genuinely appreciated. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the mat. So, finding any comfortable seated position. Today we're going to be going over mostly upper body strengthening. We'll be getting into the whole body, but we're really going to be focusing on building power, strength, and resilience between the shoulders, the arms, the core, the obliques, and a little bit into the lower half of the body as well. So just taking a few moments to get us grounded into our physical bodies, settled into our practice. Just taking a few moments to fully arrive at this space together, and letting go of anything that we've experienced this far today, anything that we're going to do later, and just taking this time as some time for self-nourishment, some self-connection, and to build a little strength along the way. So we're going to start off with a little bit of lung expansion breathing technique. So to do so, just finding any comfortable seated position. If you need a bolster or a pillow to sit on, you're more than welcome to use that as well here. Just anywhere where you feel your hips either at the level of the knees or a little bit above the knees. Creating some length through the spine, allowing the shoulders to roll back and down, tucking the chin into the chest, softly closing the eyes, and allowing the breath to start to flow naturally here through the nose. So just noticing what the quality of our breath is in this moment. The quality of our breath is often indicative of our mental, emotional, and physical state of being. So the more that we can practice bringing awareness to our breath and to what our breath sounds like, the depth of it, the texture of it, the more aware and the more empowered we are and enabled we are to be fully present with whatever is taking place in our external reality. So see here, with each breath you can naturally start to deepen, soften through the breath. Not really forcing it here, just allowing it to naturally expand in its own accord. Observing the inhales and the exhales. If you'd like here, you can bring one hand onto your belly. Second hand can also come onto your chest. Just allowing yourselves to more easily feel the expansion of the belly, of the diaphragm with each breath. So with the inhales, we're working on allowing the breath to travel down towards the belly first, all the way down by the belly button, and then slowly but surely, like a balloon, it's going to fill the belly, then up towards the chest and the clavicles. And then with the exhales, the chest is going to fall first, and then the belly is going to contract towards the spine. So just continuing to breathe in this pattern, in this rhythm. Observing the breath flow in and out. Just witnessing your own lung capacity and your own breathing ability to naturally do its thing here. Breath by breath. As you continue with this breathing pattern, feeling the belly expand and the chest rise, just notice what parts of the body need to be softened a little bit more, maybe adjusting your posture, releasing any points of tension here in the body or within the face. And then we'll just do 3 short rounds of extended breathing. So I'll count us up to 6 and then back down to 6 with the exhales. So with your next inhale, just allowing the belly to expand for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And allowing it to contract for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a full in-breath here. And then a full out-breath through the mouth. Just allow the breath to flow naturally here for these last few moments. You can either keep the hands on the belly or on the chest, or you can release them back on top of the thighs if you're ready to do so. Seeing if you can keep this awareness on that belly button, on the expansion and contraction of the belly throughout your practice, making sure we're taking full, nourishing breaths, really fueling the muscles with oxygen with each inhale that we take. And if Ujjayi Pranayama is in your practice, you're more than welcome to activate that, bring that online as well, by placing the tip of the tongue on the upper palate, right behind the back of the teeth, and slightly constricting through the back of the throat. Beautiful. Now transitioning into our tabletop pose here, starting to add some movement into the practice. Finding our way into our tabletop pose, coming into all fours, making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. Feeling your body orientating in space, spreading the fingers, the toes. You can start wiggling from side to side or inviting any other natural movements here. And as you're ready to do so, we're going to transition to some cat-cow. So With our inhales, belly down, gaze up. Exhales, we're going to round into cat. Inhales, belly down, gaze up. Exhales, round your way into cat. Inhaling, belly down, gazing up. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. Exhale, round. Adding the left leg with an inhale, we're going to extend the left leg back behind. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the upper back. Inhale, extend, left leg back. Exhale, connect, knee to nose, round. Inhale, press into the hands, you reach that left foot back. Exhale, connect, knee to nose. And then release the left knee down, switching sides. Inhale, right leg extends back. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the upper back, press into the hands. Inhale, extend the right leg back, reach long. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Inhaling, extending, reach that right leg far back. And then exhaling, knee to nose, connect and round through the other back. Release the right knee down. You can take a little swivel, little sway from side to side. Again, make sure that the fingers are spread wide here, pressing the hands actively into the earth. And then we'll add the arms here. So with our next inhale, we're going to extend the left leg and the right arm up. And then as we exhale, connect the knee to the elbow. Inhaling, extending, reach long. Exhale, squeeze and round here. Last one, inhale, extend, reach long. And then this time as we exhale, we're going to bend the left leg, reach back with the right hand, kick the foot into the hand here, slingshot the heart open, press into the left hand, send some breath, and then gently releasing that down. Again, you can take a little swivel from side to side before we get into the right side. And then as you're ready to do so, with an inhale, extend the right leg, left arm up. Exhale, connect knee to elbow. Inhaling, extend, reach long. Exhale, squeeze and round, connect. Last one, inhale, extend long, left arm, right leg. And then as you exhale, bend the right leg, reach back with the left hand, kicking the foot into the hand here, slingshot the heart open, press into the right hand, and then release it all down. Gently swivel the hips from side to side. And then as you're ready to do so, we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to meet in our first plank pose of the day. So plank pose variation number 1 is your normal plank pose. You can always modify and lessen by either hovering the knees or releasing the knees down. Modification number 2, for a little bit more challenging and a wrist stretch, you can point the fingers back towards yourself or back towards the toes, stretching into the wrists here. Either way, spread the fingers wide, press the palms into the earth, slightly round through the upper back, lengthen through the back of the neck, engage the core if it's not already, activate through the legs, reach the heels back. Send some full breath here as you feel one long line of energy from the crown of the head to the heels of the feet. Returning the fingers to face forward if they were facing back. With an inhale, we're going to roll ourselves forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to lower the knees, the chest, and the chin down towards the earth this first time around. And then with the hands directly under the shoulders, elbows next to your side body. With an inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the upper half of the body up. And then with an exhale, melt down, tuck the toes, press yourself up and back into your downward dog. First downward dog of the day here. Give yourself a moment to pedal up the feet, wiggle out the body. And then from here, transitioning into a dolphin pose, we're going to lower the left forearm down, and then we're going to lower the right forearm down. Keep the gaze between the feet, between the thighs, lengthen through the back of the neck. Press the elbows, press the forearms into the earth. And then with the strength of your hands and your arms, press into the hands. Lift yourself up into your down dog. We'll do a few of these push-ups here. So internally rotate the elbows, lower the forearms down. Exhale, press the hands into the earth, lift up. Inhale, lower the forearms down, they connect. Exhale, straighten on up. 3 more. Inhale, lower your weight down, slow and controlled. Exhale, press yourself up. Last 2. Inhale, lower, down. Exhale, press on up. Last 1. Inhale, lower the forearms down. Exhale, lift your weight up, downward facing dog. Now start to walk the feet up to meet the hands, meeting in a forward fold at the front of the mat. You can grab a hold of the elbows, you can sway the body from side to side, front and back, whatever feels good to you here. Take a breath. And then with an inhale, we're going to start to rise up 1 vertebrae at a time, allowing the head to come up last, shoulders to roll back and down by your side body here. So just taking a moment to ground down through the feet. Feel the points of contact that are being made with the earth here between the feet. You know, our posture builds really from the bottom up, so how we stand on our feet, and even making time to walk barefoot in nature really helps correct our skeletal system and brings greater alignment, and can often ease pains that are, you know, felt or experienced in the hips or the shoulders or whatever part of the body it may be. Our bodies, the different parts of our bodies are all interconnected, and one of the most foundational aspects of that is how we walk on the earth. So barefoot walking and just, you know, being aware of the soles of our shoes and our feet are super important. So just incorporating that here. You can rock forward and back on the feet, rocking up into the toes, rocking back into the heels, playing with your balance here, orientating yourself in space. And then easing your way back into your regular Tadasana standing mountain pose here. With an in-breath, we're going to extend the arms out and up, lifting the gaze up between the hands. And then with an exhale, we're going to bring the hands to prayer as we hinge from the hips, melting our way down towards the earth, coming into a forward fold. With an inhale, we're going to come up halfway lift, lengthening through the back. And then as we exhale, we're going to step the feet back, coming into our plank pose. So we were here already before. Now we're just going to start adding some shoulder strengthening. So on your own time, lowering the right forearm down, and then lowering the left forearm down. And then pressing into the right hand, and then pressing into the left hand. And then again, lower left, lower right, rise right, rise left, going a little faster here, lower right, lower left, pick up right, pick up left, lower right, pick up left, pick up right. Now we'll slow it back down. See if you can minimize the amount of swaying movements and unnecessary movements here. So lower the right forearm, lower the left forearm, pick up into the right hand, pick up into the left hand. Oftentimes the slower, more mindful and intentional lower the right forearm movements, lower the left forearm, can be more conducive for actual growth and strength building. So just being aware of your own experience here. Pressing into the left hand, pressing into the right hand. Now adding some side planks, lowering the right forearm and lowering the left forearm. Spiral the right forearm into a 45. Rotate towards the left, coming into your side plank pose. Activate, feel yourself. First and foremost, again, your foundation, make sure that that right shoulder is under or above the right elbow. Press the right forearm down into the earth. Activate through the obliques. Lift the left arm up. And then we'll switch sides. Left forearm lowers at a 45. Elbow under shoulder. Spiral to the right. Activate through the left side core. Breathe here. Feel the left hand pressing into the earth. Activate the obliques here. Feel it start to strengthen. We'll be back here for more. So lowering back down onto the forearms and then lifting up onto the hands. Coming into side plank pose. Again, right hand under right shoulder. Spiral towards the left. Coming into your side plank pose to the left. You can always modify by lowering the right knee, or you can come into your side plank pose. Again, the same muscles are working. This time your right hand is supporting, but feel the obliques starting to fire here. Keep the breath smooth and steady. Left hand can keep reaching up, or it can come overhead for a side stretch, whatever feels best. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. Left hand plants under left shoulder, or a little bit more in front. Rotate onto towards the right side here. Again, spread the fingers of the left hand wide, making sure you're pressing into the earth. Elevate through the hips. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Again, you can even touch your left obliques and make sure that they're firing, that they're active, that the side core is engaged. Keep thrusting the hips up. Right hand reaching up or overhead. Whatever feels best to you here. And then on your own time, release back down into a regular plank pose. And then we'll send the hips back down, dog break. Transitioning here with some more of those dolphin push-ups. We're going to lower the forearms down towards the earth and then lift back up. A little easier now, maybe, hopefully, perhaps. Lower forearms down, lift them up. Lower forearms down, lift them up. 3 more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press on up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press up. Last one. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press on up. Beautiful. Now from here, gazing forward with an inhale. Keep the gaze looking in front. And then with an exhale, step or lightly hop up towards the front, meeting in a forward fold. With an inhale, coming up halfway, lengthen through the spine. And then with an exhale, hinge and fold all the way down towards the earth. Inhale, roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach the hands up. And then with an exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Elevate through the chest, through the sternum. Again, take a moment to just feel into your feet. Feel into your foundation. You can spread the toes wide again. You can take a few rocks forward and back, or even side to side. Just feeling the points of contact with the earth. Feeling any sensations, any heat between the palms in front of the heart. Now with an inhale, we're going to re-extend the arms up overhead. You can bring the gaze up. And then with an exhale, we're going to hinge and fold our way down towards the earth. Inhale, we're going to come up halfway, lift flat back. Exhale, we're going to step back into plank. And then we're going to add on a little bit here. So lower down onto the right forearm, lower down into the left forearm. Adding some knee crunches. We're going to lift the right toes and bring it towards the right knee or tricep. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee, left forearm. You got this. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee, right forearm. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Last two on each side. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. Right. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Inhale. And then exhale to the left. So from here, we're going to transition into our side plank once more. Right forearm comes into a 45. We're going to spiral up towards the left. Now from here, again, most important, make sure that that right shoulder is protected directly over that right elbow. And you can even readjust it. I'm going to lower myself down and readjust here, just really making sure that I feel the support from this side of the body. So once you're ready, pressing there, left hand can come behind the head. And then with an inhale, we're going to dip the hips. Then with an exhale, crunch up. Inhale, dip. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, dip. Lift. Dip. Lift. Three more. Dip. Lift. Last two, dip. Lift. Last one, dip. Exhale, lift up. Beautiful. Switching sides here. Left forearm lowers down to a 45. Face towards the right. Again, I highly encourage actually to lower all the way down and just give yourself a moment to make sure that left elbow is really underneath that left shoulder. And then as you're ready to do so, lift the hips on up. Feel yourself engaged through the left side core. Right hand can come to the back of the head. And then with an inhale, dip the hips. Exhale, lift. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Four more. You got this. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Three. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Last two. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lift. Lower your way back into your forearm plank here. Revisiting a little bit of what we did earlier. Inhale, lift the right toes. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. A little faster. Inhale, back. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, back. Exhale, right. Inhale, back. Left. Right. Left. Last three on each side. Right. Left. Right. Left. Last one. Right. Left. Beautiful. From here, send the hips back. Let's meet in a dolphin pose. Stretching the upper back here. Keep pressing the palms into the earth. Gazing between the legs here. Tucking the chin in towards the chest. And then as you're ready to do so, press into the hands, lift yourself up into down dog, and adjust as needed. Giving the hands a little bit of a rest here, the arms a little bit of a rest. With an inhale, we're going to reach the right leg up. And then as we exhale, We're going to step the right foot through. We're going to lower the left knee. And we're just going to lift on up into a low crescent lunge. So pretty chill low crescent lunge here. You can keep the toes of that left foot tucked under. You can interlace the fingers on top of the right thigh. And then as you're ready to do so, lifting that left knee up, coming into your full crescent lunge, give yourself a moment to adjust the stance as needed. So primarily here, just how we have the wrists under the shoulders, making sure that that ankle is underneath, the right ankle is underneath the right knee. You can manually take your hands and draw the right hip back as you push the left foot forward. Activate through the legs, scissor the thighs together, balancing off the toes of the left foot. Elevating through the spine, softening the gaze forward and in front. Take a full breath here. Feel the energy starting to cultivate, to circulate. Feel the breath flowing, maybe the sweat flowing as well. With an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up, reach them long, palms facing forward. And then with an exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, lower the left knee to hover. We're only going to do 2 more. Inhale, straighten up, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Just getting the legs hot. Inhale, reaching up. And then as you exhale, opening up into your warrior 2 stance. Give yourself a moment to adjust it as needed. Only holding this warrior pose for a few breaths here. Again, just waking up, activating the other parts of the body, giving the arms a little bit of a rest. Maybe bending a little bit deeper into that front knee. Then with an inhale, we're going to reverse through your warrior. And then with an exhale, we're going to windmill the hands down. Flowing through our vinyasa here, stepping the right foot back. Inhaling, rolling forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips back, downward facing dog. We'll go ahead and switch sides here. So with an inhale, left leg lifts up. Then as we exhale, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee. Rise up into your low crescent lunge here. Give yourself a moment to get situated, to become fully present in this posture. And since you're keeping the right toes tucked under, before we lift up, just making sure that that left ankle's under the left knee. Spread the toes of that left foot wide. And then on your own time, lift on up into your high crescent lunge. Engage the muscles of the pelvic floor. Activate through the quads. Strengthen the legs. You can manually pull the left hip back as you push the right hip forward. Feel yourself balancing on the toes of the right foot. Lift the spine, lift the chest, shoulders roll back and down here. Take some full breaths. And as you're ready to do so, with an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, cactus and hover. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, release the hands down towards the earth and flow through your vinyasa here. Inhaling, rolling forward, plank pose. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And then with an exhale, tuck the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Then with an inhale, gazing forward, exhaling, step or hop up towards the front, forward, fold. Inhale, rising up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt and fold. Inhale, roll up, rise up, gaze up. And then exhale, hands come to prayer in front of the heart here. Transitioning now, with an inhale, we're going to move into our Utkatasana chair pose. So feet can stay together or as close together as possible, or as feels good to you. And then sitting, your hips down, back towards your chair. Before we lift the arms up, just take a moment to make sure that the toes can be seen in front of the knees. Also making sure that the weight is on our heels mostly. So you should be able to lift the toes up, wiggle the toes, dance them around. Once you've got that covered, and you can also even take your hands onto your lower back and make sure that there is a line of energy from the back and that you're not sticking your tailbone out. So once you got that covered, you can lift the arms up, coming into your chair pose. Only be here for 2 more breaths. Not holding it for too long right now. And then as you're ready to do so, take the hands to prayer, hinge and fold your way down, coming into a forward fold here. With an inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. And then with an exhale, we're going to step our way back into our plank again. So doing a similar variation that we did on our forearms, make sure that the right hand is under the right shoulder, then we're going to rotate towards the left side. Again, I even recommend here lowering all the way down and readjusting that right hand so that you feel comfortable, you feel supported as you lift the hips up. Now doing some more of these hip dip side crunches. We're going to lower the hips down and then press on up. You can even grab a hold of your obliques if you'd like. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, thrust up. 3 more. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, thrust. 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We'll switch sides. Left hand comes under the left shoulder. Face towards the right, coming into your side plank. Again, like we did on the other side. Let's lower ourselves all the way down. Make sure the fingers are spread wide. Hand is going to be underneath the shoulder. And then rise on up into your side plank pose. Hip dips on this side with an inhale. Lower the hips down. Exhale, lift up. You can grab the side core. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Few more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Find your way back into your plank pose. So some of those knee taps that we did on our forearm plank, except in our regular plank here now. So lift the right toes to hover. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, right. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. A few more. Inhale, back. Exhale, right. Inhale, back. Exhale, left. Last 2. Inhale, back. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Last 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And make your way back into your downward facing dog here. Beautiful. Chin to chest. Lengthen back of the neck. And then again, gazing forward as we exhale. Step, hop, or lightly float your way up towards the front, meeting in a forward fold. With an inhale, come up halfway, lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge and fold down, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, we're going to rise back up into our Utkatasana chair pose. And then as we exhale, hands to prayer, come to stand for a moment here. Maybe notice any shift, any changes, any elevation in your heart rate, in your levels of heat that are circulating throughout the body. Perhaps any strength that you've been building thus far, specifically in the core and in the shoulders and in the arms. So we're still going to do a little bit more core. With an inhale, we're going to be back in our Utkatasana chair pose. And then as we exhale, hands to prayer, hinge and fold. Inhale, coming up halfway, lift. Exhale, stepping back into our plank pose. Take a moment in your plank. And then with an inhale, lift the right leg up to fairly hover. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee to nose, round. A few more like this. Inhale, back. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee. Really round through the upper back. Press the hands into the earth. Exhale, right knee. Exhale, left knee. Two more each side on our own here. You got this. Rounding through the upper back. Steady with the breath. Leaning back in our plank pose. Inhale, roll forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, we're going to lower the knees down, hips back. And you can come all the way into your child's pose, or just a little bit of a modified child's pose here. Sending the hips back, keeping the spine long, forearms onto the earth. We're going to do a little bit of some Lolasana prep here. So for that, what that's going to look like is we're going to come back into our tabletop pose. And we're actually going to walk the hands back somewhat near the, or we can keep the hands underneath the shoulders. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to lift the knees up. We're going to stay on the tops of our feet. We're really going to spread the fingers wide, press the hands into the earth. And then from here, we're going to lift the left heel up towards the butt. Engage through the core. Press the hands into the earth. Condense into a little shape here. For 3. For 2. For 1, release the left foot down. Lift the right heel up towards the butt. Condense into a little shape. Knee towards chest. Push the hands into the earth. For 3. For 2. For 1, release down. And then lower all the way down. If you're strong enough, you can also lift both heels up at the same time. I'm not there yet, but definitely these are the foundational baby steps to get there. So just coming to sit on top of the heels here. Keeping the eyes closed, just allowing the energy to digest, to circulate, to integrate. Keep the spine long. Gazing at the point between the eyebrows, allowing the shoulders to roll back and down. Steadying the breath here. When you're ready to do so, we're going to do our last little bit of core, rolling onto either side. We're going to extend the feet forward and in the front, and we're going to meet in our boat pose. So just going on one little boat ride. You can remove the flesh from under the butt, making sure you're balancing on the sits bones. You can wrap the legs over the knees, or you can bring them under the thighs, keep legs back, or you can straighten through the legs as well. Connect to your breath here. Right away, We're going to transition with an inhale back into our low boat, and then with an exhale, crunch on up into your high boat. Inhale, create length. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Engage through the core. Keep pointing through the toes. Reaching the hands forward and in front. Press the low back into the earth. You got this. Only here for 3. For 2. For 1. And then release on your back. Great job here. Allow the back of the neck to grow long. Just taking a momentary rest, a momentary shavasana. Allowing all of this to flow, all this energy to flow throughout the body. And then closing out with a few rounds of back bends here, just inviting some more energy into the front body. We're going to bring the soles of the feet onto the earth, just enough so that the tips of the fingers can graze the heels here. Setting up for our bridge pose. With an inhale, we're going to lift up through the hips. For this first round, let's press the hands and palms down into the earth, tucking the chin in towards the chest, internally rotating through the thighs. Soften the glutes, soften the belt muscles, engage through the quads. Feel your belly button lifting up and back towards the ceiling. Press the big toes into the earth. Steady the breath here. Let's go 3 more cycles of breath. Feel the belly expand and contract. Beautiful. And then with your next exhale on your own time, lowering down 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping the legs bent, knees fall in towards the middle. Take a pause here. We're going to do 1 more extended hold of our back bend. So for this, you have the option of either going back into your bridge pose, or if Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel, is in your practice, you're more than welcome to meet us there as well. So either lifting the hips up, interlacing the shoulder, the fingers, rolling the shoulders under the back, pressing the shoulders into the earth, or rising up into your wheel. Hands come next to the shoulders. You can come onto the crown of the head and then lift yourself up. Make sure if you're going into your wheel, you do it safely. Keep engagement through the core. That'll help protect the low back. Continue internally rotating through the thighs, deepening through the breath. 2 more cycles of breath. And then if you're in your wheel, slowly lower your weight down into bridge. If you're in your bridge, release the hands from down under, and we're just going to do a few little glute raises here. So with an inhale, lower the hips to hover. Exhale, lift up. Exhale, inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, lift up. Few more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Internally rotate. Squeeze in towards the middle. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Keep squeezing in towards the middle. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And we're going to hold here.
Engaging through the legs, activating the glutes now for 3, for 2, and for 1. Gently release down, 1 vertebra at a time. Now we're going to transition into a few crunches here. These are a little bit more relaxed in the posture setup, but you will definitely still feel the burn. So I'm bringing the hands on top of the thighs. We're simply going to slide the hands up every time we crunch. So take an in-breath here. Then with an exhale, crunch, lift the hands up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep doing some more here on your own. Feel free to crunch up all the way. I'm tending a little cut on my back here, so I'm not lifting up all the way, but please, you're more than welcome to do so. Let's do 3 more here. Last 2. Last 1. I will lift all the way up for this one. We're going to squeeze and hold here. Engage the core, contract the belly. Maybe lifting a little bit higher. Shakes are always welcome. I'm shaking myself here. We'll hold this for 3, for 2, for 1, and release back down onto your back. Great job. Now we're going to let the knees fall all the way over towards the right side. Left arm out to a T, gazing over the left shoulder. Feeling free to include more core if you'd like. But this stretch is to just release the low back, calm the nervous system. You can either keep the legs bent, or if you want to get a little bit more into the left IT bend, you can straighten either one or both legs as well. We'll hold this posture for a few more breaths here. You're more than welcome to close the eyes. Just allowing the breath to flow naturally here now. And let's go ahead and switch sides here. Bringing the knees towards the middle, and then allowing them to fall over all the way towards the left side. Do your best to keep the right shoulder glued onto the earth as you bring your gaze over towards the right side. Breath flows freely here. You can keep the legs bent, or you can straighten through one leg, straighten through both legs. Whatever feels best to you here. Just taking some full, natural, nourishing belly breaths here. And on your own time, bringing it back towards center, closing out your practice in whatever way you'd like. You can take a shoulder stand plow pose. You can come into happy baby or fish pose. I am personally going to demonstrate a happy baby here. We're just taking whatever postures you'd like to close out your practice here. So for your happy baby, you can either use your peace fingers to grab the big toes and draw the knees in towards your side ribs, or you can also grab the outer edges of the feet with your entire hand. And just give yourself a moment here to, if you're in your happy baby, to rock from side to side, just inviting some natural, easeful, and playful movement while massaging the lower back. Just taking a few more breaths here, wherever you are. And then as you're ready to do so, once you're ready, we're going to find our way into our Shavasana pose. So hugging the knees into the chest. You can wrap your arms around the knees, hugging the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a warm embrace. You can rock from side to side. And we're just going to take one big inhale here. Then we're going to squeeze the knees into the chest. We're going to lift the upper body up. We're going to condense into a little ball, squeezing out any remaining tension from within the body. And then through the mouth with a double exhale, release it all, let it all go. Coming into your Shavasana here. Your final resting pose. Take as much space as you'd like to take on your mat here. Arms out wide, feet out wide, allowing the breath to flow naturally, integrating the benefits of your practice here in our final resting pose, Shavasana. Feeling yourself fully supported by the earth. Breath flowing naturally here. As you're ready to do so, gently inviting the breath back into the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers. And of course you can stay in your Shavasana for a bit longer, for as long as you like. Continuing to integrate this experience. Otherwise, allowing yourself to come to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart. Closing out this practice, giving thanks to ourselves for making the time out of our day to show up to this yoga practice. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this experience, and I wish you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful day and remainder of your week. The highest light in me sees and honors the highest light in each and every one of you. Namaste.